What's going on? What's going on, guys? This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live on a Monday. What is going on? Got a great show lined up for you guys tonight. So glad you can make it out. If you are new here, you are watching Steele Live. I am Steele. Welcome aboard. Join our eccentric little community that's expanding every day. Would love to have you. So just hit subscribe, hit all that notification bell. And to the rest of you, welcome back. Good to see a lot of familiar names in the chat. We got Tim S, we got Kama DeLuffy, we got me, you. We got, of course, Zombie Doge Army. Alan Schneider is here. Miles G Investments. Miles G Investments is in the hizza. Dan the Man, Hector the Dude, Crypto Daniel. Who else? We got Noberto Condi, Doodle Doo, Kyle S, High Tech Lowlife, Zombie Doge Army, Scott Herforth, of course. Bang Stun, Mike Tracy, Larry Ramirez, Crypto Tank Girl. But where is the Batman? No, where is Beef Supreme? I haven't seen Beef Supreme in a minute. Anyway, good to see you guys. Good to see you guys back. Before we get started, if you could just smash that like button. Takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. Number one thing you can do to help a channel like this grow. And if you feel compelled to super chat any time throughout the broadcast, it's obviously hugely appreciated for the time and efforts put forth. Feel free to ask myself or my esteemed co-host whatever you'd like, and we'll field those questions to the best of our ability. You can super chat, obviously, through YouTube or through the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the chat. So, without any further ado, I would like to introduce to you guys a man that's had a plan since 2014 when he took out a loan at a bank. For $10,000, he did not have it at the time, and he put it all on the Doge. Consequently, it is Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. Nick, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. Coincidentally, now I could take out a bank.
Yes.
Just took 7 years.
Yes. Oh, it's great. Well, so what's new? We haven't been on, I think, about 3 nights now, right? Something like that?
Yeah, no, I've just, the last few days of summer, I've been enjoying the weather, and I've been to the pool for 3 days in a row now. So
nice.
Today was the last day, so I've been out sunning.
Catching the last of the raves before the fall sets in.
Oh yeah, and it's so funny. My brother. We have different dads, so his dad is not my dad.
Yeah.
And he was on the river yesterday he was out in the sun for 6 hours, and he's super white. And he came back today. He got a new job about a month ago. He had to call off work today because he was so sunburned. I mean, he is like red.
No. Oh my! It kind of reminds me of the old '80s movie Summer Rental with John Candy.
Oh yeah.
Where he gets just completely lobster red. Is that your brother?
That's my brother right now. Yeah. And it's funny because I don't burn at all, and I don't even use sunscreen at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm also I'm part black, so it probably has something to do with it. I have in the past when I used to live in California. I used to go surfing all the time, and I'd be out there as a kid. I'd be out there for 8 hours, and I have gotten sun poisoning before, which is awful.
Oh, I have had sun poisoning. I have very sensitive skin, so if I get that kind of sun that you're talking about, what happened to your brother, sun poisoning, that itching and sun poisoning is a nightmare.
Yeah, dude. It was on my whole chest. It looked like I got stung by a bazillion ants.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, really what it is radiation poisoning.
Right.
It's poisoning from radiation. And you get motion sickness. Oh man, when I was a kid, I fried myself so many times. It sucked.
Dude, I have such horrendous memories as a kid of getting sun poisoning. Just that itching just drives you insane.
Yeah.
Just the itching alone. Oh man. Tim asked Nick, nice picture, but I got to ask, why do you need 3 guns?
The one is a Colt 45, and I was told that's all you need. So that's what that one's for.
It's pretty good. Pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Yeah, so, yeah, good to have you back in the fold. A lot going on. In this charts, we've been coasting just under 31 cents, a little toggling back and forth between a little under 31 cents and a little bit over 31 cents. And
super oversold.
Yeah.
In the top 10, I mean.
Yeah, right. But, as we're seeing right now, Bitcoin is looking extremely bullish. And so what do you make of this that's happening right now with Doge being where it is right now versus what's shaping up with Bitcoin, and how is this going to relate to the rest of the market?
I was just taking a look before we popped on here, and I put out a tweet, kind of first thing this morning. This was actually, I think, when we were still up, because I get up pretty early. And, just based off of like monthly percentage gain and the 7-day, just how everything's looking in general. I'm just speaking within the top 10. Within the top 10, Dogecoin has the biggest hole in it for opportunity. So if I was a quick flipper or somebody who was looking to make a short gain, I think Doge. Every time that I say this on the show, by the way, this always ends up happening. Tomorrow morning we'll wake up and Doge will be at like 35 cents. So somebody is going to exploit this opportunity. It's going to happen because if I'm seeing it, I'm an idiot. I'm not. I want to say Bernie Madoff, but who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
I can't think of his name. Anywho, the Oracle of Omaha. I just know his nickname. Warren Buffett. Thank you.
Oh, right.
I'm not Warren Buffett by any means. I'm just some random moron. But if I can see a giant hole in the market like that, some big money will step in and take advantage of that and probably ride it up to, mid-30s, I would think. If it's been flirting, earlier this morning, we were at about 32, came all the way back down, I think mid-30s is probably where it should be right now. Like I said, I think Dogecoin at this very moment is super oversold.
Yeah.
That big hole for opportunity within the top 10.
Yeah, well stated. I mean, it's just to put things in perspective, guys. Bitcoin is up nearly 13% over the last 7 days. Right now, trading just a little bit under 53,000. So, as we've seen in the past anyway, Nick, and correct me if I'm wrong, but anytime Bitcoin really breaks out, whereas Dogecoin isn't quite there yet on the seismic per capita breakout that Bitcoin's operating at, Doge usually isn't too far behind. It's usually a lag of a matter of just a couple days before Dogecoin really starts getting some more legs. What do you say?
Yeah, I would kind of agree. I keep thinking it's like already the weekend. Tomorrow's just Tuesday. Got to meet my tax guy tomorrow morning, so not really looking forward to that one. But
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I think probably by this weekend we'll see Doge in the mid to upper 30s, possibly pushing 40.
You know what's so funny?
Didn't you say that?
Yes, that's music to my ears. It's music to my ears, Nick, and it's so funny to hear you confirm it. Almost 2 weeks ago, I said Dogecoin within the next 14 days it's gonna get upwards of about 36, maybe 37 cents. I said that almost 2 weeks ago. Now I got about 3 or 4 days before my 2 weeks are up, but it's really kind of interesting to see this all come to place because everything I was looking at 2 weeks ago is bringing us to this moment, and it's looking like my prediction is going to come into fruition. But yeah, so would you say that we could be looking at those kind of numbers by the weekend?
I think so. As of right now, right, most of the top 10, just forget about Bitcoin because it's the biggest one, but like most of the top 10 for the 7-day are in the 20-ish% range. And if we were doing those same numbers, we'd be at like 33, 34. So, that's there's basically a 10% differential from where we're at, where everyone else is at. And, there's some obviously there's some give and take there. Cardano had a massive run, so for the 7-day it's pretty low. But everything else is like, don't even look at Solana. That's a totally different story. But yeah, I mean, I would say the average is probably about 20 something percent between the top 10 for the 7-day, which would put us around that 33-34 cent mark, which is, I think, where we should be at right now, which is I believe this is where Dogecoin is going to get, whoever exploits the next few days is probably going to ride it up into that area. And if Bitcoin use its momentum through the weekend, which I believe it will,
right?
I think, sky's the limit. Bitcoin is going to be pushing, it's knocking on 53. It has been all day. Top out was 52,883 on Binance. I still keep, even though I'm on Kraken, I still use Binance charts, but
so do I.
Yeah, Binance is the best charts on TradingView for sure. But yeah, I think certainly by the weekend, most definitely, I think that prediction is pretty darn accurate. And who knows, it might happen tomorrow. I mean, like I said, there is a big enough hole in Dogecoin that anybody who wants to make like 10 to 15% in a day or two could do it right now.
Right.
Yeah. Imagine if you leverage that up.
Yeah, I think our between you and I think our prediction ratios are pretty strong if we were to look at it in totality. What do you say?
Well, to be fair, I also listen to like all of the best TA guys like on the daily. I literally wake up to my like TA channels like preloaded with everything for the day. And I usually wait, and here's the trick, people, for those of you in the chat, if you're really, really nerding out on TA like I do, get your morning TA from UK people. They take care of the nighttime for you. So
right.
I wake up listening to Coins Kid, who's from England, and then throughout the day I bounce around different TA channels that are covering live. So I'm getting like by the minute TA from the best people in the industry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how people are broke nowadays. The money is out there. It's so easy to make money right now. Like, it just baffles my mind. Money is like growing on trees at this point, and I think a lot of people could be taking advantage of this period in history.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Between all your research and your technical TA skills and my total hack TA skills, I think it makes...
I'm a total hack TA guy too, don't worry.
I think it makes a pretty potent combo. But the thing is, it's not just solely TA with crypto. Well, part of it depends. If you're making sure to include in your technical analysis within crypto the socio landscape trends that are going on, then you're more likely to have more accurate readings, in my opinion. Particularly, go ahead.
That's like, part of, our what we do on this channel is essentially cover the news, right?
Right.
Pretty much. And that's a whole other part of TA. And, I've actually, for the most part, not for the most part, I still listen to just strictly TA guys, like, but I also, I watch a lot of news, so, yeah, that's huge. It's just like the stock market, news affects the crypto market just as much as anything else does, so.
Right. Yeah, totally. I mean, particularly with the crypto markets, I would say that's even much more of a factor than, say, the stock market. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes and no. I think with the stock market, the news that it is affected by news, but it's not the kind of news that we see, because it's like company performance and like what they're doing, so it's a kind of different kind of news, not stuff you normally hear on like Fox Business or whatever, but it's out there. There's a bunch of like underground publications that put out all that kind of stuff, so yeah, similar but different.
Yes, similar but different. From my experience, I think it plays a bit more of a role. So, here's another aspect that's really interesting. Traditionally, particularly over the last 4 seasons, this has been known as Red September, right? Now, granted, we are only in the beginning of September, but it's not looking terribly red now. I'm not saying that we're going to have a green September, but we could. But I would say I'm predicting a light red September with a potential significantly bullish October. What do you say?
It's almost like you're saying we're in the midst of the first ever super cycle.
Yes.
Which I believe we are.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we are. Obviously September was going to be a make or break month for crypto. It was what, it was either going to go that way or not. And so far it's proven to be that's the case. I think everything that we're seeing means September is the month that we're seeing bullish momentum, and if that carries through, I think I've heard, I haven't, and normally I do watch BitBoy Crypto occasionally, and I think he said that things are going to fall off after September. I don't believe that's the case. Just looking at some indicators, just different indicators, like we haven't even really reached the top yet. We're not even close. What was it? CCBI, I think it's called. Yeah, CCBI. Let me see what the daily is on CCBI. Oh, I think you need to pay for it. I'm not going to do that. Anywho, it tracks like Nupal and all those other indicators. It kind of combines them all together. But anyway, they've accurately called all the tops and bottoms so far with this CCBI thing. But yeah, I think that this is what a super cycle looks like. We're not going to see a kind of like a blow off top like we have been. I think it's going to steadily keep climbing. And, of course, there are going to be retracements. Things are going to cool off and come back down and rise up. But I think this overall general momentum is going to carry through for maybe through next year.
Wow, that's wild style. Mix Atlanta coming in with a $20 super chat. Thank you, Mix. Really appreciate the generous super chat and the support. He says, I hope everyone is ready. Big ups to Steven and company for the realest chat on our Doge. Do only good every day, y'all. See you on the moon. I'll see you there, my friend. And, well, of course I'm going to see you there because you're riding on our rocket ship on the way there. Yeah, of course, Mix Atlanta. Thank you. Mr. X coming in at $5 super chat. Good to see you again, Mr. X. Steelman and Balls, best live stream on YouTube. Thank you, man. How big will the super cycle be, Nick?
That's a great question. I define big.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we talking about like total price? Are we talking about like length?
I would assume like length. That's what I would assume that he's talking about.
I personally believe that the super cycle is going to go into early next year.
Wow.
Yeah, February, March, somewhere around there. I mean, even then we're going to have to evaluate what come that time. Coins Kid seems to think that Bitcoin's top it will be sometime in January or February around 200,000. So, I mean, I don't, right now, just the way that things are playing out, I don't see any reason that shouldn't be the case. But it, like I said, this is the first time this has ever happened to this degree. So it's really hard to judge something when it's, the first of its kind.
Right. Yeah. I think we're seeing, so far it's looking that this September is going to break out of what we've seen traditionally over the last 4 or 5 seasons. Do you think that's the case?
like break out from all-time high?
No, I mean just like a different sort of market stage than what we've seen the last 4 or 5 seasons. Than in September.
Oh, for sure. I mean, obvious. That's. I'm already sold on that. I think that's a given. We're watching it happen right now. And bar any. That's another thing. The bar any black swan type events. Like I don't know, Corona 22 or whatever the heck. I don't know, like anything random. I was just watching the Yellowstone caldera video. If Yellowstone explodes, that might change things. But I mean, barring any type of black swan events, I think that we are in the midst of seeing a deviation from the norm. I mean, there have, people say it's been 4 red Septembers, but, there have been green Septembers. It's not like it's never happened. But, the continuance of a bull run to this degree, I mean, it's pretty, I think that's pretty unheard of. I mean, this is kind of getting, once Bitcoin breaks through its all-time high again, and see what happens from there. But if that pace continues, I mean, that's just like, it's unheard of. It's unheard. It literally is an all-time high.
Yeah. So this is great news, and when in your absence, this is something I was talking about at length the last 2 nights, essentially, where I said at minimum we're going to be looking at a soft red September, but possibly even bullish. And then I also predicted, just like you have, that we could see signs of a really strong super cycle / bull run as early as the end of September, beginning of October, that I felt had the potential to last quite a while. Did you say that's accurate?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think, like I said, I've been posting at other places too, like, well, this is the first ever super cycle, and it's cool to be a part of. It definitely is cool to be a part of. I am eventually going to have to take some profits. Guess I'll decide tomorrow what I'm going to do here. I've already made a decent amount of money, but you got to pay taxes and whatnot. But I don't know, going forward, like I said, I still have my top sell point for Doge at $1.80. If we play around at $1 for a while, I might consider offering $1 million. But I mean, I think that the markets overall, not just Dogecoin or Bitcoin or anything in particular, but I think the crypto markets and sentiments are very, very high. And there's a lot of positive things specifically for Ethereum and Dogecoin going forward that have made me so confident in my decision to just hold what I have.
Right. And I'm going to get to the super chat, but I want you to extrapolate on why you feel that way. Okay. So Jason H coming in, tipping through Stream Elements, tipping $25. Thank you for the great show. Thank you for the generous super chat, Jason H. I assume that's Jason Huffman. Correct me if I'm wrong. I assume that's longtime viewer Jason Huffman, tipping $25. Thanks for the great show. You're very welcome, and sincere thank you for the generous super chat through Stream Elements and your continued support of the show, Jason. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I thought it was you, Jason Huffman. So the last thing you said there, Nick. Now, you've been seeing signs both through Dogecoin and Ethereum recently that has kind of confirmed to you that you've made the right choice in holding everything that you've had pretty much since 2014. Why is that? What kind of signs have you been seeing lately that have you feeling that way?
Well, and here's the thing. I'm not, I often joke that I'm like a diamond-handed god. Like my bones are made of adamantium, and but I am I am emotionally invested in things, just like everybody else in the world. I'm no different, and I have days of doubt, just like everybody else, especially when it comes to paying taxes. So, you know, but as of recently, you know, the fact that we heard directly from a Dogecoin developer just the other night that Dogecoin can successfully be moved to proof of stake. As we know, Ethereum is doing this as we speak, you know, with Ethereum 2.0, you know, that just gives me some general reassurance. And we've known, by the way, guys, we've known for, you know, a year now that Dogecoin and Ethereum have this direct bond and correlation, and now we know for real that Vitalik is working directly with Dogecoin. So that basically means any kind of progress or like tech upgrades or like infrastructure work that Ethereum gets, Dogecoin benefits directly from that knowledge. And you know, basically like tag teaming with the Undertaker. You know, you're not going to lose. So I like it, and I just feel extremely confident going forward that I'm in the right spot, and to not sell myself too short. You know, I've got a bag. I've got millions and millions and millions of Dogecoin. Like, I don't need the money right now. I'd rather wait it out until we've at least experienced some of these monumental like shifts in the tech.
Right. Golden Greaser coming in with a $5 super sticker with a Shiba Inu doing some kung fu fighting. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Golden Greaser, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it as always. Zombie Doge says, I don't like these other streamers trying to do late night shows now. Yeah, Nick, I don't know if you're aware of this, but we've got a few copycats out there now.
I am not. I go to bed every night, and I've been actually for the past 2 weeks or so, I have been very good about getting to bed on time, and I'm out at 11:30 on the dot. So my sleep has been rock solid the past 2 weeks, and I love it. I love it.
Right on. Let's see. All right, let's get to just a couple stories here that I had. This comes a little bit of TA coming courtesy of FX Street. Pretty much in line with what we've been talking about here. Dogecoin survives volatility and remains on track for 36 cents. Dogecoin was able to get above the critical short-term level. A rally towards 35 to 36 might still be in the cards. The limited upside is not telling a compelling story for buyers, but very well could change. Dogecoin had its purification after correction at the end of August. Price dipped below 30 cents, fell into a distribution phase where sellers took profits around 27. That level fell within the line of the monthly RI resistance level in August, and the current pivot level for the month, the 78.6% Fibonacci level provides additional support at 28 cents. So buyers got a fair share of solid entry levels and places to tuck away their stop losses. Dogecoin buyers need to run up prices further up. By now, Dogecoin should already have been 35 cents, but is still hovering near 30. The reason for this is it took buyers a lot of money to get above 30. Failed break on September 2nd, followed by another 2 failed breaks. It's very costly for short-term buyers, as they often get stopped out in their in-traded trades. We warn about this all the time, don't we? We warn about this all the time. Guys, if you are trying to short Dogecoin at this stage in the game, you better be extra brilliant, because you are playing with fire. You are playing with fire. If you're trying to short, now there was a phase. There was a pretty good window of time where you could successfully short and day trade Dogecoin. But at this stage, almost everybody gets burnt trying to play that game. So anyway, the article basically resolves with things are kind of moving in the direction now where 35, 36 cents is looking more and more probable by the end of the week. Just what we got into talking about. So,
yeah, there was basically, and I just mapped it out, from SNL until basically July 20th, there was a 72-day period that you could have successfully shorted Doge and been fine. With that being said, you could have done it with the entire market. Could have basically done that to any crypto at that point, and you would have been fine. Right now, I mean, the worst that Dogecoin is doing is just holding. It's going steadily up, but it's just kind of holding. If you're shorting, like if you Batman put out a leverage video today. I texted him because I was looking into leverage trading for a while. I wanted to know how it was done, and he shorted Bitcoin today.
What? Crypto Batman did?
Yeah.
Man,
shorted Bitcoin today. Bro,
he's a thirsty man,
dude. And he shorted with leverage.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, not a lot. It might have been a dummy account. I don't know. He was advertising an exchange, but man, to short Bitcoin today, bro.
Yes. Talk about bad timing. My goodness.
Yeah. It was good. It was. I got a laugh out of it. But yeah, I was. And I was right before you popped on. And I think he might still be going. Yeah, Crypto Face. I don't even know what his profits are. Freaking. I think he's already cashed out twice today. So, everybody's getting in the freaking longs. Like everybody's longing everything right now.
Right.
So. Yeah, to short in a market, I don't care if you're shorting Doge, if you're shorting Bitcoin, if you're shorting any of the top 10 right now, woo, you got some balls, baby.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, that's not a game I'm playing. No way am I touching any of my primary coins. Jimmy D, what's good, Stephen? Nick, easily the best Doge and crypto show on YouTube. The info here is on another level. Wow, thank you, Jimmy D. Really appreciate that, man. Appreciate those kind words, and thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Stephen Steele, you made it onto the Dogecoin subreddit yet again, third time now for your tweet with Ross. That is wild, high tech. Thank you for the update on that. That's funny. Let's see what else. I think I caught up on what y'all are talking about in the chat. Anyway, let's get to the next story here. This is from Cointelegraph. This afternoon, Link price locks 36% gains following Ethereum Layer 2 Chainlink integration. Now, the price of Link also surged in the wake of a market-wide bullish boom where Bitcoin and its top rivaling altcoins jumped in tandem. Chainlink emerged as one of the best cryptocurrency performers on September 6th as the price of its Link token jumped almost 9% against the US dollar. Link USD exchange rate reached $36.35 for the first time since May 20th, months after bottoming out near $13.45. That's when I bought in right on that window. Thus recovering by more than 170% altogether. At the same time, its recent bout of buying saw prices binging about 36% month-to-month returns. Optimism Ethereum announced September 1st it had integrated Chainlink's market-leading decentralized Oracle solutions to its Ethereum two-layer services. Say that 3 times fast. As a result, Link, which serves as a payment and staking token inside the Chainlink ecosystem, rose 36%. Let's see if there's any other meat to this I wanted to get to. As a result, Link USD holds potential undergoing a large pullback toward the lower wedge trend line around $28. Nevertheless, bears would need to get closer to 37.96. 50% Fibonacci level and Fibonacci retracement graph drawn from the $52.32 swing high, $13.61 swing low. So, Chainlink, extremely bullish in a really short period of time. I've always put Link on kind of my close second tier of great long-term investments, especially now that it's working more and more closely with Ethereum. Ethereum has just really shown us, Ethereum has just been exploding, obviously, and doing great things. And the thing is, it's just getting started. It's just getting started. The NFT scene has just come poured over the scene like a massive tidal wave. And the money, the sheer volume that is being injected in the NFT scene, not only through purchasing, but sales as well. Just wait. Nick, just wait till Ethereum, till Ethereum 2.0 comes around and those gas fees get put in check where they need to be. And then secondly, the Doge Ethereum bridge. Once the Doge Ethereum bridge comes into full fruition and starts showing more of its full applicable potential, now we're talking next level, a next level situation where you will be able to buy and sell NFTs essentially with Doge on most of the major NFT platforms. It's at that point, I really think we are going to see both Ethereum and Dogecoin really symbiotically work together to really shake things up in the market. I think we're going to see sharp market value increases on both of them simply for that reason alone, not even counting all the other reasons. Your thoughts, Nick?
Yeah, I would totally agree. And that's kind of the period of time I'm really waiting for, is this whole Ethereum integration to take place. And it might happen in phases. I would imagine that the bridge might occur to Ethereum before 2.0 rolls out, and then 2.0 will roll around, that'll come out. Then the next step will be to move Doge over to proof of stake. Those are three major events that will significantly change the ecosystem of Dogecoin and Ethereum. That's kind of what I'm waiting for personally.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to wait for. Golden Greaser, thank you for your. I already read that, but I'll read it again. Golden Greaser, thank you for $5 super chat. Celeste says, maybe if we combine all of our ETH, we can get a portion of one. What are you guys talking about? You're talking about, I don't know if you're talking about Dogex, but this is a good time as any to bring up Dogex. Very exciting, guys. So the NFT line that Matt Wallace launched with a team of just superb artists. And Matt had asked me to come on board along with Crypto Batman, Miles G, and Matt Davis to be a spokesman for the Dogex project. So I was honored to come on board when I learned more about it. And I'm going to explain to you why I came on board the project. Because I hardly ever enter into any partnership scenarios with anyone. This is the first official one I've done. I go back with Matt. I have a pretty long rapport with him. Matt reached out to me, was one of the first people to reach out to me actually when I first started making content, before I even had much of a following at all, before I even had my own YouTube channel, when I was just doing live streams on Twitter, all by my lonesome, before I had the right equipment, before I knew what I was doing. Matt reached out and said, I like your vibe. I like what you're doing. You bring kind of a unique vibe and personality to the scene, and I dig it. So I'll never forget that, firstly. Secondly, the amount of detailing in the Dojex line is just extraordinary. It's above and beyond what you typically see in an NFT line. Now, for those of you who don't know much about NFT lines, what usually typically gives a lot of value to NFT lines are the detailing, all the little quirks and details within particular NFTs. And this makes sense. In that regard, it kind of reminds me of the comic book scene. Little unique quirks and details that are very atypical, right? Those are usually the comic books that usually go for the highest value. And it's not really that different with some of these NFT lines. So now what makes Dojex unique is that they're minting 10,000 in total, which is pretty typical for an NFT line. Most NFT lines mint somewhere between 8,000 and 12,000. So that's right in the middle there. But none of them really have the amount of attention to detail that the Dogex line does on all 10,000 NFTs. And so that's one thing that I thought was really cool. Plus, personally, I just like the aesthetic. It's I like that it's a little bit the drawings are a little bit gritty, and like that gives it more personality, and they're really freaking cute too. They're like more of they all strike me as more like the almost the puppy end of Shiba Inu style. So there's that from the artistic standpoint. And then the other standpoint that I like is they are building a metaverse, actively building a metaverse to build bridges between Ethereum and Doge, and that's something that's is paramount. One of the primary focuses of Dojex, which obviously I think is very important and very cool of them to do. So I'm really excited about it, and there's just been a lot of interest, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Now, tomorrow is the minting. Again, for those of you who are new to NFTs, you don't even know what minting is. Minting is basically when you're able to buy an NFT directly from the collection, direct, without buying it off of someone else on opening day, right? That's the minting. So minting are where all the NFTs are at a set price, right? So that's where you get it at its lowest cost, at its set price. I think the set price for Dojex NFTs are 0.06 Ethereum. Now you also, not bad, and then but you also have to have a little extra for those gas fees. So you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. Now, all I can tell you is, from everything I've seen, this is shaping up to be what appears to be, and it's all risky, right? But it's shaping up to what looks like to me to be an absolutely explosive line. It's looking like to me like a sellout. Like they're all going to sell out in fairly short order. That's what it appears to be to me, anyway. Now, as a spokesman, I'm getting compensated with 2 unique NFTs from the line, but I will also be minting along with the rest of everyone else tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, where do you go to mint to get the Dogex NFTs? You go directly to the Dogex website. What is the Dogex website? Follow Dogex on Twitter. Just put in Dogex; it'll pop right up, and their web URL is right in the bio. Click on that, and then as soon as you get to the home page of the Dogex website, there's going to be a big button that says Connect Wallet. So then you want to have your Ethereum loaded up in your MetaMask wallet ahead of time, guys. And then you just connect your MetaMask wallet by pressing a button on the home page of the Dogex website. And then it's all, to be fair, all the NFTs are just doled out at random out of the 10,000 collection. And I don't think they're going to last very long. I really don't, from what I'm seeing. I've seen
that price point, no way.
No, and I've seen collections with far less hype behind them sell
How many
out.
of them are there? 6,000?
No, it's 10,000 in total, but you got to keep in mind a lot of people buy more than one too. So you have to look to that. So
they're 0.06 ETH?
0.06 ETH each.
Okay, so about $200.
Yeah, and you also have to figure for gas fees too. So that definitely bring a little extra with you for gas. So yeah, I just think it's a very exciting project, and it's the first kind of Doge-esque NFT project that actually went directly to the Doge community, and
I love the art. Do you know who that artist is?
His name's Julian, and the last name eludes me. The last name eludes me at the moment. But his name's Julian, and then there's one other fella that works with him on, and they work so hard. The more I learned out about the process, the more respect I had for it, because,
imagine
10,000
individual drawings.
Yeah, 10,000, and then what happens many times is they'll do a certain set of super unique ones, and then they just kind of give up, and then they just kind of cookie cutter a bunch of the thousands of them after that. But they didn't do that with Dogex. Every Dogex NFT has a high quality attention to detail, which really adds value, right? Inherently adds value. Now, just some friendly advice. Do whatever you want with your investment in the event you mint one or more of these NFTs. Usually what raises the floor of an NFT collection, and again, I'm giving all very basic information for those, because most of us, let's admit it, most of us are brand new to the NFT scene. So the objective of what you want when you buy into an NFT collection is to raise what they call the floor. The floor is the bottom price that the NFTs from that collection are going for in resale value, right? So the higher you can get that bottom price floor raised, it's like same as when we talk about the floor in crypto. Right now, you would say Doge's floor is 30 cents, right? So the higher you can get that floor raised, the more valuable the entire collection is going to be at resale, and then the more rare or quirky the NFTs that you have, the higher in value they usually come. And some of these things end up going for just wild amounts of money. So you never know. Go ahead.
Answer me this, because I have no idea about this kind of stuff. Does the floor doesn't start to move until all those 10,000 are gone, right? And then people start buying and selling them?
Yeah, great question.
Buying and trading them?
Great question, Nick. So the floor doesn't really even get established until they start reselling. Okay, so what's most advantageous for a collective NFT community to do is, once they sell out, to hold for a bit, because this increases the demand, because you want demand to outweigh supply, right? That's like anything else. That's what increases value. So if the collection sells out, and I believe that it will, if everyone collectively holds for a bit, now demand and value significantly raises. By the time you create that sort of demand tension, by the time few people start listing them for sale on OpenSeas, it's going to raise the amount that people will pay for them, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, geez, was it Bored Apes, that line? Bored Apes, there was an NFT from the Bored Ape collection that just auctioned in Sotheby's over this last weekend for $2.25 million. It's just wild. So, and another question people had said, well, why can't you pay in Doge if Dojex is this, Doge themed, Doge centric line? You guys, if you could, you would.
Yeah,
almost right. Right. We're getting there, and that's another thing I like about the Dogex line. It has a metaverse that's actively working towards bridging Doge and Ethereum for specifically those purposes. So again, if you're interested tomorrow, go directly to the Dogex website. It's going to be at noon Central Standard Time. So give or take a few hours, depending on what time zone you're in, right? If you're overseas, you're just going to have to do your research and sort it out. But for me, it's noon. I'm going to go directly to the website like everyone else. I'm going to press connect to connect it to my MetaMask wallet, and then I'm going to purchase. And there's I'm not going to lie, on a minting season, it's probably going to push those gas fees up a bit. But again, you just have to look at what's at stake and figure out what's best for you, right? And also I'd like to add too, just because I'm a spokesman for the Dojex project, and it's one I genuinely like and I'm into. I don't want anyone to feel like you have to buy. I don't want everyone, if you feel uncomfortable parting with your money for Dogex NFTs, I don't want you to feel bad about the purchase. I don't want you to regret purchasing Dogex. I don't want anyone to have that kind of experience here. So just please understand, I'm not trying to hard sell or really like, oh my God, guys, every Dogex NFT is just going to completely moon and blah, blah, blah. From everything I'm seeing, I'm just saying it's looking very good, very good. But I mean, it's always a risk no matter what with NFT, even Doge, right? But I'm just saying it's looking very good from where I'm sitting. To me, I'm not only just taking the two NFTs that are coming with compensation as a spokesman, I'm investing in it. I will be minting 2 NFTs tomorrow myself as well because I believe in the project. So,
Dude, some of these, I'm looking at this Bored Ape thing. I didn't know about this before. This is insane. The Bored Ape price floor is like 40 ETH.
Yeah, the floor. the floor.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean,
these things are crazy.
It's absolutely wild what's happening right now. Now, do I think that Dogex could become the next Bored Ape?
Steven, we lost you. Can anyone hear me? Oh, got you back.
Hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I think there was just a short in my my microphone cord, but I think sorry about that, guys. Where were we? Where were we before I cut out?
You said I think you were talking about Bored Apes and.
Okay. Yeah. So can Dogex get to the level of a Bored Apes value? I think that'd be a little more unlikely because Doge Ape is top dollar out of all the collections, but it's possible. It's possible. I will say this. Rarely have I ever seen, and I don't think I've ever seen an NFT project have the kind of backing that this one does before minting is even taken place. Usually it's like they get bigger names in support after it gets rolling a bit. Matt Wallace, whether you are a big fan or not so much, one thing you cannot deny, the man has incredible reach. He is, by number and definition, the hands down the most popular Doge-centric content creator on the planet.
He also has incredible work ethic. I'll give him that. You don't have to agree with Matt all the time, but he works his ass off.
He works and hustles. I mean, I know Matt. I talk to Matt on a regular basis. Literally, you guys, he just has enough time to sleep, eat, and shower. That's it. I mean, even his girlfriend, she's just right by his side. Well, he's just constantly on the hustle, constantly working really hard.
Let me say that I'm so glad that he got a girlfriend, because I think if he didn't, that workload would, that's how you get the brain bleeds, If you don't have some lady in your corner.
Yeah. It does help. It does help. Oh yeah. So this is exciting. This is a brand new. The NFT revolution is here. Are we in a bubble? Probably, but I don't think that once the bubble ends, like some are predicting, that things are just going to go to hell. I really don't think that at all. I think NFTs are here to stay. Go ahead.
I think like for this project, this Dojex project, even at current ETH levels and even at current pricing, you know, to get in at $200 to have like a cool piece of art is not that crazy. That's really not that crazy.
No.
Like, that's not. And anyone who's in crypto, I think, can afford a $200.
I don't know. I don't know if 0.06 Ethereum would equate to $200 or $300.
It's $220 something.
Okay.
So let's just figure with gas fees, you're talking about $250 to $300.
That's still a great deal.
I mean, that's like basically a pair of shoes. You know, if you're talking about like nice Nikes or something. So, yeah, I mean, that's not that crazy to get in. And if you're really, a lot of people in the Doge community, they all collect, they're all on the major NFTs. Like they're all over all of the major NFTs within the Doge community. So, and there's like a sentiment going around. I hate this so much. Like, and for some reason it comes from people who are also making NFTs.
I know exactly where you're going. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
This has been driving me. Okay, first off, let me start by saying I went to art school, all right? I painted reproduction Caravaggio's for 4 years that have hung in churches, like exact duplicates of master painters. So if anybody has wants to debate me on my artistic ability, you can. I've been in the art world since I was a child. Yeah, you went to art school, didn't you? I did. Yep. My degree is in art, which is hilarious. But for someone, and I understand people, there's a huge group of people out there who are like, NFTs are a scam. Well, those people, look, you're never going to convince them otherwise. That's right. Fine. You're never going to convince those people that NFTs are anything but just art. But the people who are making NFTs and then calling other NFTs scams give me the brain bleeds. And it drives me nuts because it literally is that there's no difference. By the way, guys, if you're listening, there is no NFT that is inherently better or different than any other NFT. It's all just art on a computer. And art is subjective. Mm-hmm. It could be better to you or worse to you, but it doesn't change the fact that it's just zeros and ones in a machine. It does not change that. Yeah, exactly. And at that point, it's kind of like arguing about music tastes with someone, right? Exactly. I mean, it's subjective. Everyone's going to have different ideas of what they think is good or bad. And yeah, it doesn't change the fact that it's music. It's all music. Right. Like some people hate, people say Yoko Ono isn't, I understand. She just screams into a mic for 3 hours. I guess it's art. I mean, I can't deny the fact that it, whatever. Some people like it. It's not for me. But it is art. And the same goes for NFTs. NFTs are no different. They're all NFTs are valid. And I used to have an art teacher when I was in college, and we ended up hating each other. But when we first met, we were really good friends. And he used to say everything is art. Right. The whole world, your life, and everything is art, which is true. Right. Yeah, I completely concur, and I find your perspective on this to be absolutely spot on and just refreshing. Scott Herforth coming in with a $5 super chat. Sorry I didn't get to it earlier, Scott. I will be minting, however, how many I can get for one Ethereum. Nice one. And I did double check the price, and
it is low. It is higher than I initially said. So I think I'm double checking it now, but I know Scott's really on top of this, and Scott is saying it's 0.08 ETH. Is that correct? Can someone confirm that for me? Oh yeah, it's 0.08. So it's about 300. About 300. But you know,
so you figure 350 with gas.
Yeah, about that. So for me, I think it's for the kind of collection it is. I think it's worth it. That's my opinion. Obviously, I'm also putting my money where my mouth is on it as well. I'll be minting 2 of these tomorrow, right at noon. I can't wait. I can't wait. I think there's going to be.
Go ahead. About 3 for an ETH right now.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, well, more than that. So, yeah, more than that, Nick.
Well, with gas.
Let's see. It's about 3, probably 4-ish, don't you think?
Oh.
I think your math didn't check out on that one, Nick.
No, you're totally right.
There's more than that. There's more than that. There's like
No. You're gonna get way more than that.
Way more than that. I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah. 11 actually.
There we go. I'm like, man, you're scrambling my brain there. Yeah, about 11 with them. So, yes, Scott's.
I still think ETH is $1,700.
Right.
How little I looked at it here.
I was like, Ethereum's come a long way in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. So yeah, it's an exciting project. Just kind of dovetail on what you said there. I have been seeing some of that with some of the smaller. It's always like the same small circle of people, isn't it? It's always within Doge anyway. And
it would. You know what? It wouldn't upset me if it wasn't people who are also making NFTs. I wouldn't care. But like, it just. Like,
it's unbelievable.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any god dang sense. I just don't get it. And you know what? Listen, like I said, there's always going to be people out there who call NFTs a scam or money laundering or whatever. And you know what? There's people back when I was in, back in 2012 or whatever, they were saying the same thing about Bitcoin. It's just people using it for drug money. And
yep.
Well, guess what? Yeah, that was going on too. So you can't, I'm not here to say that, everybody calling NFTs a scam is completely incorrect, because there's a bit of truth to everything. But if you're the one who's making NFTs and you're calling other NFTs a scam, you have brain worms.
Right.
Brain worms.
Yeah, I completely concur. I mean,
same freaking thing.
Yeah, it's just like, when I woke up the other day to just all of this like vitriol from like Sir Dork of the Groin. It was just like, bro, just you spend all day like shilling your NFTs. Like, what are you talking about? And it's just one of these things where, what do you do? You just got to keep it moving and just laugh it off. What are you going to do? It's.
I don't, like I said, most stuff, like I don't care. I literally don't care. I think everybody's entitled to their own opinions, and literally, I just don't care. But when it comes to like things that you should be self-aware of, like, that is one of them. That is one of the things that like you should be really aware of, the fact that you're doing the same exact thing as anyone else. And this isn't just one single person. There's a bunch of projects out there, a bunch of other NFT projects,
sure,
that are crapping on other NFTs, and it's like, bro,
it's subjective. It's subjective art.
Yeah, this happens in the bodybuilding world all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Bodybuilders are some of the most sensitive idiots in the world because they don't like hearing that they don't look good. And it's like, well, on the day of the show, the judges thought you looked like crap.
Right.
It's just how it is. Guess what? Next week when you compete in Spain, you might look better than the guy you're standing next to. And it's just, it's all subjective. So I don't have any issue with any NFTs. I think they're all interesting. I don't, you know what? I have like 2 NFTs and I was given them both. And I keep, telling people I'm going to get ETH. I'm going to get ETH. I might get some ETH soon, actually, because I might be selling some Doge to cover taxes. So if I do, I will make an NFT purchase and I will put it up and let people know. But, until that time comes, people have fun out there. If you like a piece of art, buy it. Don't let somebody tell you it's not good. Especially someone who's doing the same freaking thing. Don't let somebody who's doing the same exact thing as the other person tell you that other person's thing isn't as great as theirs. Because to you, maybe that's not the case. So make your own judgments.
Yeah.
Since day one.
I love it, man. Your take on this is absolutely spot on. I couldn't concur with you more. And I think most any reasonable people see it the same way. You guys, we're all out here. What's the point of all this? We're out here to have fun, meet new friends, and make money, right? If there's people out there that are spending more time getting into petty squabbles and enjoy kicking up that kind of dust, well, those aren't the people I'd like to associate with. And yeah, it's usually best to just use that block or mute button and just keep it moving, because the overwhelming percentage of the community are people like that, are good people that just want to have fun and have a great community and make some extra money, and
that's the thing. I like the idea of NFTs to promote unknown or otherwise unknown artists. Like that's the greatest point of NFTs, I think.
Yes.
And, no matter what you're putting out there, there's a guy behind the computer that put a lot of time and effort into making that. And all of those guys are cool. Now, I might not find, one thing attractive or appealing or whatever. That's okay. Guess what? I don't have to buy it. I have the option to not spend my money on something that I don't personally enjoy. But that's the beauty of art, is you can do whatever you want. I was actually, my girlfriend and I were picking out a bunch of stuff for our house. We're basically trying to figure out all the interior decorating before we actually make a move here. And I want my house to look like we watched a show. Not Into the Shadows. What the frick is it called? What We Do in the Shadows. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, Steve,
good.
You would
good stuff.
Love this show.
Okay,
you would love it. And I think it's only on season 3, maybe season 4. I'm pretty sure it's on season 3. The new season just dropped. We just watched the first 2 episodes. Anyway, it's about vampires. It's a comedy show about vampires, and it's hilarious.
It does sound up my alley.
You would love it. You would absolutely love it. I mean, there are moments where I'm crying laughing. The comedy is brilliant. And I, her and I came to an agreement that we want our house to look like the inside of Dracula's house. That's not for everybody. Most people want white walls and just basic stuff. We want black and red drapes and gold gilded frames over all my paintings and stuff. That's just us, not everybody's gonna want that. So when it comes to art and being artistic, that's the greatest part of life, and especially in the greatest country like America. You get to make your own choices. You're not restricted by anything. You can go out there and paint your walls black and put gilded frames over everything if you want to be a vampire asshole like me.
I love it. I'm seriously, I'm gonna look that show up as soon as I get some free time, because it sounds right up your alley. It sounds right up my alley. Zombie Doge Army coming in with a $4 super sticker. I love those little cute Japanese Shibas, man. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Humped Easy coming in late says, "What's up, fellow Steelers? How come I've never heard that term before? It's so obvious." a term for Steven Steele fans. Steelers.
Not associated with the NFL. Please don't copyright.
Yeah, please don't copyright. But I've never seen it before, and it's like that's like such obviously good idea. But good to see you, Hump DZ. Let me see. Alan Snyder coming with the $2 super chat. Cheers, everyone. Love y'all. Love you back. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate it so much. In the interest, I'm going to do a short membership stream after this, guys. And in the interest of my voice, I'm going to wind down this stream with my esteemed colleague here. But
I was going to say, I got to get rolling here.
Yeah,
I got my text meeting tomorrow morning.
Why don't you get rolling, and then I'll close it out here, Nick. But Nick, always a pleasure. Great to have you back in the mix, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, bud. We'll see you.
All right, appreciate it. Nick Balls, you guys, if you already don't follow Nick on Twitter, what are you doing? Follow Nick Balls on Twitter. Just NickBallz. He's easy to find, and he is he's a great guy. Puts out great content on social media, so give him a follow. Guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, but for those of you who are members, the show goes on. I have some fun stuff to share with you guys. I'm going to even go a little bit more into depth over the Dojex stuff, and I'll be open to give anybody some further detailed instruction in case you need it there. I'll just be even deep diving more into that sort of thing, along with some funny stories that I have in the members only stream following within 15 minutes of this stream. I'll be going on, guys. How do you become a member? Just click the join button below the video. You can become a member. There's 3 different tiers of membership, but you can become a member for as low as just $4 a month. $4 a month unlocks the membership streams, the membership exclusive content, and all those nifty emojis that you're seeing the people with the green letters next to. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? So go ahead and join if you haven't, and we'll be reconvening this party with the members only stream in about 15 minutes, guys. After this stream ends, I will be posting, in case in the event you happen to not get the notification, I'll be posting the members only stream link up on Twitter and in the Discord. If you're not already a member of the Discord, many content creators charge a fee for their Discord. I do not. My Discord is free. So I'm going to put a link to my Discord in the chat if you haven't joined it already. I'm going to put it in there, and it's free to join. Okay, so there you have it. And yeah, so at that, you guys, give me about 15-20ish minutes for the members only continuation, and then we'll have it up in there, and we'll just deep dive a little bit further, guys. How about that? But I want to thank you guys. This was awesome. This was a lot of fun, and you guys are such an awesome community. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So until next time, members, I'll see you in about 15-20. Everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow or the next day. I haven't decided yet, but until then, this is Steven Steele signing out.